Good morning. It's mid-December. It's been high and dry in Colorado. So I'm doing a conditioning hike along the Gore Range loop near Boulder. I thought I want to do another short video about the top 10 hikes for 2025. I had another great year hiking. I think I'll have over 600 miles and 150,000 feet elevation gain in total. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this short video. Coming at number 10 is Uncompahgre Peak. It's a 14er. The highest point is the beautiful San Juan Range. We did this hike in early July where the wildflowers were blooming. It's a relatively moderate hike with 10 miles round trip and 3,000 feet vert. But we really enjoyed this hike, and the summit view just can't be beat with snowy mountains in every which direction. Uncompahgre Peak is my number 10. And number 9 is Mount Neva, Northridge, in the Indian Peak Wilderness. I started from 4th of July trailhead and first went up to the beautiful Arapahoe Pass and Lake Dorsey. The ridge is considered a classic in Gary Roach's IPW book, and it certainly delivered. It's a Class 3, Class 4 ridge scramble with quite a bit of exposure on both sides, but it's really fun, and best of all, it's so close to home, so I intend to do it multiple times. So Mount Neva Northridge is my number 9. And number 8 is Columbine Lake near Silverton, Colorado. This is one of the prettiest lakes in the state of Colorado, and the hike itself is strenuous but not too bad. One is greeted with classic San Juan beauty along the entire way. The color of the water is just breathtaking. It's a turquoise blue color and similar to Ice Lake, but with much less crowd. So I highly recommend this lake if you are in this area. Columbine Lake is number 8 for 2025. Coming at number 7 is another 14er, Mount Lindsey, in the Sangre de Cristo mountain range. In the previous years, this mountain was off limit due to private land access issue, but I'm really glad that they opened it up for public access this year. We took the standard Northwest Ridge route, which is a fun ridge scramble. The crux wall is Class 3 to Class 4, so you can choose your own difficulty. And best of all, it's my friend Bean's 14er finisher, so it's coming at number 7 for 2025. And number 6 is Green River Lakes in the Wind River Range in Wyoming. It's our first time in this range, and we camped at a campground near the lake. The next morning we walked around the lake as well as a side canyon called Clear Creek Canyon, and we were struck by the beauty of this whole range. People call the Wind the last remaining unspoiled place in the US, and I can understand why. We fully expect to come back and explore more in the future. Green River Lake, number 6 on my list for 2025. And number 5 is another 14er, North Maroon Peak. It's actually my 14er finisher, so definitely special in my book. It's one of the more difficult 14er to climb in Colorado. The two gullies, especially the second gully to go up, is pretty loose and steep. And once you get above that, you have to climb up a class 4 chimney, which actually turned out not too bad. And then after that, the view opened up, and it's really, you get to see the whole elk range. So North Maroon Peak, number 5 in my book for 2025. Number 4, we go back to the beautiful San Juan, Engineer Mountain. It's set on top of Copan Pass along the $1 Million Highway. Even though it's a 12er, it has huge prominence in all directions. The climb itself is pretty fun. I basically go up a steep ridge made of whitish rocks. And there's also a huge rock glacier at the base of the mountain. At the summit, one gets to see the panoramic view of this range, especially the Chicago Basin area. Engineer Mountain, one of the more enjoyable hikes in 2025. And number 3 is another 14er in the elk range, Snowmass Mountain. We did this hike in early June, and we started from the Snowmass Creek trailhead. And the approach is 8 miles long, across some snowfield as well as a creek. But once we reach Snowmass Lake, the view really opened up, and it's one of the more beautiful lakes in the state. The next morning, we got an early start and went up to the Snowmass field. Near the ridge, it turned into a full-on snow climb with crampons and ice axe. At the top of the ridge, it's class 3, class 4 scramble, all the way to the summit. Snowmass Mountain, number 3 for 2025. Number 2 is Middle Teton in the Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. This is a very strenuous hike, around 14 miles and 6,000 feet elevation gain. So I started around 3:30 in the morning from Lupine Meadow Trailhead. Once I entered the Garnet Canyon, the sun came up and I got surrounded by the beautiful alpenglow. The southwest couloir was filled with loose rocks, but the climb itself never exceeded class 3. Before too long, I reached the summit of the Middle Teton, the third highest peak in the Teton Range. The view from the summit is simply magnificent. So Middle Teton, my number 2 for 2025. My top hike for 2025 is Mount Powell in the Gore Range. Mount Powell is the highest point in the Gore Range, about 13.5, and I did this hike in the peak of the fall colors, and the view certainly didn't disappoint. The hike itself is quite challenging, but the area is very secluded and pretty much have the whole mountain to myself. It's really Colorado hiking at the best. So Mount Powell is the number 1 for 2025 in my book. So those are my top 10 hikes for 2025. As for what's come next, I'll be embarking on a 2-week road trip across Utah and Arizona. I have a number of hikes planned, including stop at Moab, Sedona, and Zion. So looking forward to share some of the videos with you in the coming weeks. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season and a happy and healthy 2026.